Hello and welcome to my video, Problems with Time Travel. I'm taking a step back from my normal style video to discuss something that has been on my mind as of late. In doing videos on the paranormal, I constantly run across images of proven time travelers. I've always wanted to do a series on these images, but I kept coming back to the same problem. Is it possible? While thinking about the topic last night, I realized an even bigger problem if time travel was possible. Would we know? Let's start by going into how is time viewed. This is a problem in itself, as some view time as a different dimension running in parallel with each other, while others view it as a form of a loop. Right off the bat, we can't even agree how time works. Personally, I view it as a line where it works almost like running on a falling platform in a video game. Basically, as you move forward in time, those days, hours, minutes, and seconds all are gone. I don't think time travel is possible, but if it did exist, I could see being able to move forward, but never being able to go backwards. Einstein theorized that if you could travel faster than the speed of light, time would become altered for you. In a very brief explanation, basically if you traveled 5 minutes at the speed of light, it may be 5 minutes for you, but it would be 5 years or more for everyone else on Earth. In this theory, the possibility of time stopping for you altogether is even hypothesized. Keeping in mind that light travels at 186,000 miles per second, it begs the question, would it even be possible to build something that would keep the human body intact at those speeds? The fastest manned jet was the X-15, which went 4,520 miles an hour, or Mach 6.72. So basically it traveled 1.25, repeating, miles per second. I'm not going into the physics of this topic, but just keep in mind that at the moment we are still 185,998.75 miles per second short of hitting time travel speeds. Again, I can see it possible to travel forward, but not backwards. As I stated before, there are many theories as to how time works, but a popular one is where there are multiple dimensions existing at the same time. For example, you are deciding to buy a soft drink or bottle of water. If you chose the water, the timeline skews to where at one point you in fact chose the soft drink, and those two separate lives continue on their separate paths. Sometimes the two paths merge when the same decision is made, and frequently the idea of doppelgangers result out of this. Some also view deja vu as being a form of these dimensions, showing what did or could happen. Okay, I think I got too involved into the science here, so I'll move on to the meat of what made me make this video. After looking at some of these proof of time travel images, I came to a realization. All these images showed people having technology that shouldn't exist for the time, or were dressed in a non-time period attire. It was at this point that I realized the sad reality. As a society, we are a bit jaded and numb to strange things. Right now, if I took a picture of 1 million people and could individually look at every face, would I be able to pick out a time traveler like some state you can in the older photos? With people walking around with all kinds of technology and different clothes, would we be able to say that he or she was from another era? There are some people who choose to manipulate their body to look like a cat or even a reptile, so that wouldn't give it away either. We see people act odd or paint themselves or even tattoo themselves different colors, and yet we wouldn't bat an eye at those people being from another time period. With the technology we have today, would you really question it if you saw someone with something that looked alien, meaning out of place in this case? Or would you just figure they modded their device to look like it? There is one man named Hakan Nordqvist who claims to have traveled in time and met himself. He states that he knew people wouldn't believe him, so he took photos of the meeting on his cell phone. The question comes that can it be believed, and what proof would it take to be believed? It would have to be one of the hardest things to prove, since even if you could go back and change some event, the world of today wouldn't know it happened. This topic can really warp your mind if you want to think about it too long, especially when involving all the paradoxes and effects, if it were possible. I will leave you with this. Do you believe in the possibility of time travel? Why or why not? Leave me a comment about it. Also, I'm interested to know if you think we are so used to seeing technology and people being individuals that would no longer be possible to pick out a time traveler. I know this video isn't normally what I do, because a lot of my stuff is cryptid based and can't be proven either, but this one really baffles me, and this is my only answer for doing a time travel video. So let me know your ideas on the questions I asked, and with that, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.